Every time the Indiana Fever plays the Connecticut Sun, it is a very, very physical game.
Clearly, she suffered an injury of some sort. Clearly, it was to the groin.
Breaking news just shook the league. Jacy Sheldon has been ejected for a brutal collision with Caitlin Clark. The viral clip, Sheldon's knee crashing directly into Clark's groin, has ignited every social feed. What nobody saw coming was the aftermath. Whispers of a front office directive to bench Sheldon indefinitely. If true, this could spell the end of Jacy's WNBA career and force the league to pick between safeguarding its marquee talent or preserving its reputation. So what triggered this firestorm? Let's rewind to the late fourth quarter at TD Garden. Up by 3, the Indiana Fever were running down the clock. Clark had just dazzled everyone with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and a swagger that reminded fans what basketball magic feels like. Then came the play nobody can unsee. Clark plants her right foot, threads a perfect backdoor pass to Kelsey Mitchell, sprints coast to coast, and suddenly goes down in agony.
Yeah, she kind of pull up, a little bit of a jerk motion to stop her momentum.
The baseline angle shows it all. Sheldon's leg fully extended, knee at groin level. No replay angle suggests it was accidental. The referee, mere feet away, stays silent. Clark clutches her thigh, screams for a foul. Teammates erupt in disbelief. Within minutes, the clip detonates on X and Threads. 12 million views in 24 hours, trending under hashtag Protect Clark and hashtag End of JC. Comments spiral from shock to outrage to wild rumors. Was Sheldon secretly suspended? Is she facing backlash in the locker room? Why hasn't the WNBA issued a statement at sunrise? Multiple insiders claim Jacy has been pulled from all team activities, though Connecticut's front office won't confirm or deny. For now, it's all speculation, but sources insist the timing is no coincidence. In the past month alone, Clark has endured an eye poke, a hip check, and even a forearm blast to the back, all from the same relentless defender.
Looks like she's in pain after that pass.
Layer on sponsor outrage and an all-star weekend looming on the horizon, and suddenly the league has every incentive to sweep this under the rug. But what happens when your biggest star becomes the flashpoint in a corporate showdown? Their rivalry stretches all the way back to Big Ten glory days. Mid-court trash talk, buzzer beaters, and elbows thrown in traffic became the stuff of legend. Their 2023 conference semifinal crackled with so much intensity that officials handed out 5 technicals in 8 minutes. Fast forward to the pros, and instead of cooling off, the heat dialed up. Early this season, Sheldon clipped Clark with a quick jab to the eye. No flagrant, no fine, yet that slow-motion replay dominated SportsCenter breakfast blocks. Analysts sounded alarms. Unchecked physicality will sideline your marquee player. But each Fever Sun clash pushed boundaries further.
The referee situation in this league is unimaginable. It's an abomination.
A hip toss here, a late chop there, until Sheldon's latest groin strike didn't just skirt the rules, it tore them up. To die-hard commentators, it's just hard-nosed defense. To sponsors pouring millions into new broadcast deals, it's a brand deal gone sideways in a single frame. And to swelling ranks of furious fans, it's proof that WNBA would rather sacrifice its brightest light than take a stand. The backlash off the court now threatens to eclipse even that savage collision. By dawn, hashtag Boycott All-Star is trending worldwide. Ticket resale apps list All-Star passes at 35% off. Some sellers are practically giving them away for a single dollar just to make their point. A viral spreadsheet tracks seat availability in real time, rows flipping from sold-out green to warning red, while comment threads explode. No Clark, no cash, suspend Sheldon or refund us.
Make no mistake, this is on the refereeing. This is Colin Clark.
Won't pay to watch this circus. As the hashtag storms into every feed and tickets flood back onto the market, one thing is clear. This isn't just about a hit. It's a powder keg of player safety, sponsorship dollars, and fan loyalty, all detonating under the brightest spotlight in women's sports. A single spark lit an inferno when a die-hard fan, clad head to toe in Clark gear, was marched out of TD Garden for nothing more than thunderous applause aimed at taunting Sonya Rivers. No shoves, no insults, just vigorous clapping. Yet security swarmed like he'd tried to storm the court. Online, the backlash was instantaneous. Nia's superstar and stay in the game. Clap too hard and you're out. The optics? Utterly indefensible. Within hours, 2 explosive petitions surged past the 100,000 signatory mark. One Change.org campaign demanded Jacy Sheldon's immediate suspension and a full overhaul of the WNBA's flagrant foul rules, tagging NBA Commissioner Adam Silver with every update. A second, even hotter petition threatened to push Kathy Engelbert from her role if she couldn't safeguard our marquee talent. Comments exploded. Protect Clark or face the boycott. Cancel our season, not our star. And this league is out of touch with its own values. Simultaneously, ticket resale platforms lit up. All-Star passes plummeted 35% in price within hours. Some sellers listed seats for as little as $1 just to make a statement. A viral spreadsheet tracks seat availability in real time. Cells flipping from sold-out green to warning red as fans dumped thousands in protest. Meanwhile, the WNBA's digital PR squad entered full panic mode. Fans flooded every official channel, Twitter mentions, Instagram DMs, front-page emails, with demand for transparency. Yet from League HQ, crickets. No foul called. No retroactive fine. Not even the standard under-review statement fans expect after a nasty screen. The silence landed like a gut punch. By game time, ESPN's Around the Horn panel was ablaze. Pundits ripped into the commissioner's office for ignoring the league's most explosive story. Rebecca Lobo, speaking from the heart of live TV, labeled the non-response borderline gross negligence. Across social media, former coaches and analysts piled on. Becky Hammond warned that unchecked physicality has morphed into something flat-out dangerous. And Fever head coach Stephanie White, in a rare on-record blast, pinned Clark's mounting injuries squarely on uncalled contact, a direct critique of those who control the whistle. Behind closed doors, ownership groups with lucrative regional TV deals have flooded Engelbert's inbox, demanding a swift, decisive response. Emails marked urgent warn that sponsor dollars and broadcast partnerships hang in the balance. The chant is unanimous. Act now, or watch this league's biggest star slip away under the glare of its own inaction. Behind the scenes, one unnamed executive allegedly warned, fix the refs or watch the ratings crater. Unverified, sure, but when that whisper echoes across multiple outlets, you know smoke often signals fire. Then Reuters dropped its Friday bombshell. Clark's groin strain has flared up again, knocking her out of the All-Star game and the three-point contest. She's headed back for an MRI, and her return is now a game-time decision on a week-to-week basis. Social feeds melted instantly. Viewers who planned to tune in for Clark's half-court logo launches began questioning if they'd even bother. Sponsors panicked. Clark's solo commercials made up 40% of All-Star pre-roll inventory. Without her face front and center, brands feared millions of ad dollars would evaporate, and they started clamoring for quick pivots or risk paying for blank airtime. Inside the Fever's locker room, the mood turned tense. Team insiders hinted that Clark's injury might be a partial adductor tear, far worse than the tweak that sidelined her for 4 games in June. Whispers of a long-term shutdown circulated. Doctors estimate 3 to 5 weeks of rehab under perfect conditions. In a 40-game season where every bounce matters, that window could feel like an eternity. The league acted fast. Rookie guard Lexi Hull was tapped within minutes to replace Clark on the All-Star roster. But headlines weren't celebrating Hull's call-up. They were mourning Clark's absence. Networks that had built entire primetime segments around a Clark versus rookie showdown ripped up their rundowns, scrambling for a fresh narrative. With each new update, the financial fallout multiplied in the wrong direction. Marketers and analysts scrambled through the data. ESPN quietly fed media insiders overnight projections. Fever games averaged 2 million viewers, triple the league norm. And Clark's season debuts on ABC have outdrawn two back-to-back MLB games. Merchandise teams reported that Clark's replica jersey outsells the next 4 players combined, accounting for 60% of all league retail. Those figures aren't just impressive. They form the backbone of the WNBA's business model. Meanwhile, the social media backlash swelled beyond petitions. Hashtag Boycott All-Star trended globally within hours, racking up over 2 million mentions on X and Threads. Fan-run spreadsheets tracked ticket dumps and steep price cuts in real time, with diehard supporters offering seats for pocket change just to make their point. Even seasoned WNBA commentators admitted they'd never seen such coordinated fan outrage. Pinnacle Analytics crunches the numbers and comes up with a jaw-dropping figure. Every minute Caitlin Clark sits out cost the league roughly $600,000 in national ad value, plus untold social media momentum evaporating in real time. One insider puts it bluntly: imagine benching Steph Curry for a month. Same concept, just a smaller budget. The WNBA has never enjoyed more buzz, but it's also never been so reliant on one rookie's legs. If Clark can't run, the league's forecasts shatter like glass against a backboard. Meanwhile, sponsors are scrambling for damage control. Agency reps swear they've never seen so many frantic texts. Need make goods on Clark's Smile campaign. What about the signature shoe launch? Those 30-foot daggers were our whole pitch. The longer Clark remains sidelined, the louder these voices grow, prompting a pretty obvious question. Why is it still open season on the player who foots half the bills? Behind closed doors, the debate is brutal. Veterans argue that tougher flagrant foul guidelines would protect stars and arguably soften the WNBA's hard-nosed image. Others counter that star power only matters if fans trust their idols to stay healthy through a full season. Sparks flew when a leaked memo revealed an emergency rules committee meeting slated for July 22nd, with one glaring agenda item: revisiting illegal contact to the head and groin. The players' union has already demanded a seat at the table, refusing to let this go down without representation. Media insiders whisper that at least 3 ownership groups have quietly petitioned the NBA's competition committee to audit WNBA officiating standards. Such a cross-league intervention would be unprecedented, borderline humiliating, and could rewrite the rulebook overnight. Everyone remembers how Adam Silver stepped in back in 2014 to seize control of a franchise mired in scandal. Could he flex that power again this summer, especially now that his name keeps surfacing alongside Clark's in trending topics? For the moment, though, the referees keep calling the games exactly as they always have: physical, unpredictable, even reckless at times. And while the league braces for boardroom showdowns and crisis mode PR, fans are left wondering whether their passion for the game can survive under the weight of so much at stake. As July 22nd looms, the undercurrent of tension has reached a fever pitch. Behind closed doors, players are clustered in private group chats, trading clips of every phantom elbow and overlooked foul call, building the dossiers they'll drop if the committee drags its feet. But the real thunder is echoing from the top rungs of the hierarchy. Petitions tagging Commissioner Adam Silver have already surged past 125,000 signatures, demanding he step in before the WNBA jeopardizes its own future. Those hashtags have morphed into open letters penned by sports attorneys, branding consultants, and former stars, each ultimatum spelling out the same choice. Either Commissioner Engelbert enforces ironclad star protection standards, or the NBA must flex its oversight and mandate them herself. Silver's office has paid lip service, reiterating support for WNBA leadership, but insiders reveal he's monitoring developments hour by hour, mindful of cross-promotional TV deals and intertwined investment portfolios. As one league source put it delicately, no one wants to embarrass Kathy, but sponsors won't sit idle forever. If the whispers about Sheldon's mid-season contract freeze prove true, it would mark an unprecedented move, benching a player and freezing her pay over a single in-game collision. Whether framed as discipline or damage control, the fallout is seismic. Sheldon's roster spot hangs in limbo. Clark remains in rehab. Fans are in open revolt, and the league's credibility teeters on a knife's edge. One savage knee strike has become a defining moment for an entire organization. Now, the WNBA stands at a critical crossroads. Will it defend the rookie who doubled its ratings, or watch that hard-earned spotlight flicker out? Will the July 22nd emergency rules meeting deliver tougher penalties, crystal clear suspension policies, and the public apology that fans demand? Or will sponsors and viewers vote with their wallets, turning their backs on a league that won't protect its brightest star? We'll be tracking every development. MRI results, rules committee verdicts, owner boardroom battles, and every rumor swirling in the wings. If you're fired up about what's at stake, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Should Jacy Sheldon be suspended, dismissed, or forgiven? Should Adam Silver intervene directly? What does all of this mean for the future of women's basketball? Because if the league can't shield its shining star, the real question isn't just who wins the next game. It's whether the game itself can survive.